Hi. So yeah, I'm back. I didn't do one last week. I actually took a couple of days to go camping and just recharge in nature and breathe that beautiful air. But I also just was feeling like you know when you have like I talked about it in a different one, but expectations, right? Like we start this thing that's really uncomfortable for us, or we start something new and we have all these ideas of what it's going to look like, and then reality is that it 9 times out of 10 it's just not what we expect, right? It can be better, it can be worse, it could be completely different, it can be whatever, but it can be not what we expect. And then today I was like, so I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why do I do these? Like, why do I bother? And blah, blah. And then I had to remember my why. Why did I start these to begin with? And I started them for me, for one reason, definitely because this is uncomfortable for me. I'm very much used to being kind of not unseen. That's not the right word, but I am a good worker bee, right? Like I'm not at the forefront. I typically, and just kind of quiet, you know, just and that's good. That's just part of who I am. But this challenges me. This makes me uncomfortable, makes my palms sweat, and that's part of why I had, I felt like for myself I had to do these, and it's part of a bigger project that I'm working on through Pieces of MN Life Purposefully. But and the whole purpose was to have something that people might watch and resonate with and be like, oh wow, okay, I'm not alone. I have felt that way too. Okay, oh thank goodness it's not just me. Because that's how I have felt at times. Oh my God, it's just me. This is heartbreaking. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, what is going on? And then I'll hear someone or I'll see something and it resonates with me because I see part of myself in that, and it makes me feel less alone. And that's what we're here for, isn't it? We're here to be with each other, to tell our friends that we love them, to hug our spouses, hug our children, hug our parents, and just be with each other and make eye contact, smile, share the pheromones, share our energies. Like that's part of what we're here for. It can be very lonely, and I think that's part of what's happening in this world right now. Everyone is attached to these little screens, and they end up on these scroll holes where there's no sense of connection. Not really. I can honestly tell you, I got rid of Instagram and Facebook a while ago. I've had to re-download them, and I just downloaded, delete, do what I need to do, because I have found that for myself personally, when I scroll, I feel like garbage afterwards. My energy is down. I don't feel as good about myself. I feel like comparison jumping in, and what I do isn't enough, or I'm not treated the right way, and all this nonsense. Even though my husband treats me phenomenally, I have an excellent life. I have so many people in my life that I love and who love me, and I'm very blessed in that way. But I feel less. I feel less when I go on those social media apps, which is very few and far between now, and I'm so grateful for that. But it took conscious effort. It took conscious effort for me to get away from that, because it is addicting. It's built to be addicting, because people in a whole, we have so much power as a group, but when we're disconnected, it's not the same. And connection comes from being together in person, in people, and hugging, touching, communicating, smiling, laughing, all of that beautiful stuff. That's part of what supports us. It supports our immune systems. It supports our positive hormones and chemicals, all that beautiful stuff, the serotonin, all that stuff in our body that helps our mood elevate. It helps you stand up straighter, and straight posture actually helps your energy flow properly in your body, which increases your mood. This is fact. It is not woo woo. It's not like any of the stuff that kind of gets washed aside as like, oh, that's just like woo woo garbage or whatever. No, this is actual fact, because it just is. I'm terrible at explaining things, but I've done a lot of reading on it, and yeah, we just need more community. And that's what I hope these offer for somebody, maybe, is a sense that, and I know it's kind of hypocritical because you might find this on social media or not, but maybe it inspires you to step off a bit more. Maybe it inspires you to reach out to that person that you haven't seen in a while and tell them that you'd want to get together and go sit down and sit in a park and have a cup of coffee, you know? Something like that to bring us back together. And yeah, I didn't actually know how this was going to go today because I've been floundering on even doing this today because of my own set of fears and limitations that I'm noticing pop up within myself on the regular, which I think happens to all of us, but it's, do we let that take over, or do we acknowledge it and say no thank you and move on to the new thing and challenge ourselves in the new way? And yeah, I think on that random note of what's happening today, I think I'll stop there. But thank you so much for watching, if you did. And even if you didn't, if you just watched a snippet, that's great too. And if anything resonates with what I talk about, please reach out. You can comment here or get me at lifepurposefully.ca. All my contact information is there. And that's just a little piece of M for today. Okay, take care.